You're listening to an Anazao Ministries podcast.
You know what a wise penguin once said? It's not about winning, it's about fun. And I take those words completely to heart in this 2007 film we are about to discuss. We are going back to the 2000s in our drive-in series, talking about Surf's Up. So just imagine, guys, that we are watching this for the first time. We're at the drive-ins. My name is Elizabeth Clyde, and I'm here with Barb and TJ with Systematic Ecology. How are you guys doing today?
Excellent.
Good.
Tubular.
Tubular. I love it. On brand. So TJ was actually the one that chose this episode, or this movie for this episode that we're going to get in. So we're jumping right in. We are at the drive-ins. Imagine you just saw this for the first time. I try to think way back when you first saw this. What was your reaction? What did you think?
This movie's fantastic. Like, I love Surf's Up. It was an instant banger for me. I think I saw it for the first time and tried to watch it again immediately because it was already on DVD. But I was at daycare, so they wouldn't let us just watch it twice.
You say you were at daycare?
I was 8.
Oh, all right.
Or 9.
How old was
By
I
the
in
time I saw it.
2007? I'll have to do the math later. While I'm doing the math, Barb, what was your first experience with this movie?
I saw it on DVD, I think. My parents would sometimes randomly pick up DVDs at the store and they're like, here you go. Because they wanted us to have a wide variety of things to choose from when we're on our downtime. I was 17, I think, when I first saw it, when it first came out. So we were in the middle of exams, it was right after exams and stuff like that in the summer. So they wanted us to stay away from, those crowds and all that stuff. So I'm like, why not? I'm pretty sure Shia LaBeouf did one of the voices. So I was big into Transformers at the time. So I'm like, why not?
Yeah,
I cannot tell you when I saw this movie. And it wasn't until TJ mentioned it, I'm like, Surf's Up. I've never heard of this before. But then as I started researching, I'm like, I have seen this movie.
Mm-hmm.
And I remember this movie quite a bit. But I cannot tell you when I saw it. I was 15 when it came out. So old enough to have a conscience of I should remember something.
Mm-hmm. I remember pieces of it more than the rest of it. So...
But I remember loving it, and then just doing a little bit of a deep dive that we're going to talk about. There's a lot of heavy hitters that I wouldn't have appreciated at 15 that I appreciate so much more now with the voices.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Well, I got them all the first time I watched it, naturally.
You did? At 8 years old? You just appreciated everything?
Yeah.
Wow. That's why you're the master podcaster.
But no, it's so good. I didn't realize movies could be like this, where this could have been live action and really nothing would have changed.
Oh, you mean if it was with people?
Yeah. This, if this was just an actual surfing documentary, it would have been pretty much the same.
Yeah. So remind me, was this before The Office came, right? 2007 or no?
The same time. No, this is...
It was around the same time.
After The Office started, but...
Okay.
Well before it ended or was super, super popular.
Because I do remember a lot of movies or series, they kind of did that documentary style, for entertainment. And I really enjoyed that. It was just kind of fun. But guys, if you have not watched Surf's Up, this film is about Cody is a driven but superficial goal-winning surf competition penguin. Spoilers. I think they're all penguins in this movie, right? Do we get any surprise? No. I know we have
there
this
are a couple.
weird... No, okay, so what other characters do we have? That's not penguin.
Chicken Joe.
Chicken Joe. I
Yes.
knew that.
Chicken.
I remember Chicken Joe.
Chicken Joe.
Chicken Joe was a chicken.
He's from, Nebraska?
Wisconsin.
Yeah,
He's from Sheboygan, Wisconsin.
Yeah, I don't know why.
Wisconsin, that's what it was.
In my head, he was just a crack penguin.
He's a chicken.
I forgot he was a chicken.
Super chill chicken.
Mm-hmm.
And the organizer of the event,
chicken.
The organizer of the event is a bird. He's a shorebird.
Okay. Got it. See,
the hostess.
I need to rewatch this movie. And I'm going to now that I know all the, Zoe Deschanel is in here, Shia LaBeouf, a couple other names I can't remember right now. But Cody...
This is star-studded.
Cody he wants to be a surf star. He got an impression when he was very young, and he saw a surfer dude, wants to be like the surfer dude. I can't think of his name right now, but he does end up getting to meet
Big Z.
He was like a king penguin or an emperor
Big Z.
penguin,
He's an
right?
emperor penguin.
Yeah.
Emperor penguins and king penguins are different.
Okay.
They're both really big, though, aren't they?
They are both
like
really
the
big.
Penguins
But,
are
like,
really big.
The antagonist is a king penguin. Big Z is an emperor penguin. So it's relevant.
So if you guys want to just learn about penguins, definitely watch Surf's Up, because
I think they did that for a reason, though, because you get it like the king penguin, emperor penguin, the titles and stuff.
It's so good. The movie's really underrated.
TJ, tell us what your favorite moments in this drive-in is with this movie.
Oh my goodness. Spoiler alert, if you haven't seen Surf's Up, it's been like 17 years.
Yeah, they've had over a decade to see this, so
it is your fault. But the end of the competition, the finals of the competition, it's Chicken Joe, Tank, who is the antagonist, and our boy Cody, voiced by Shia LaBeouf. That's who you're thinking about. But they're surfing gorgeous, beautiful waves. I wish Will was here. If we had told Will we were doing Surf's Up, he probably would have been on it with us. But huge, big waves, and they're just like Cody and Tank's egos are just like back and forth. Like, I'm riding this wave, this is my wave, which is not how surf competitions work. But whatever. Like at lower levels it does, but they're surfing towards like this old, like known like surf graveyard on this beach where Big Z's big incident happened, which is where he faked his death. But nobody really knew that at this point, except for a couple of people. Great movie. But Cody puts aside the competition to go save Tank from this like horrible like crags. It's really scary, honestly, as a kid. It's just like super spooky, jagged rocks sticking out of the beach, not very far away from the beach at all, and they're just surfing into it. But Cody puts aside his ego to go save this dude that sucks, that he hates. It's fantastic. It's so well done. And then Chicken Joe wins.
Dang, you really just went straight into the wrap up. So we're done. Chicken Joe wins, and
Chicken Joe wins.
That's the drive-in.
Penguins are cool.
What about you, Barb? What was your favorite highlights in this movie?
So I can't remember the names of all the characters, but there was a part when so Big Z had finally, another spoiler, had promised to teach Cody how to surf. And he gets frustrated because, in order to teach him, he's supposed to be able to build his own surfboard. And so after he goes out, he rushes through everything. He doesn't build like the best surfboard, and obviously, of course, crashes and burns dramatically. He goes off and decides, screw it, I'm not going to do this anymore. Like, what's the point? And so there's like the female penguin. I cannot remember her name.
Lonnie.
What?
Lonnie,
yeah. She goes after him, and she they have this really big heart-to-heart about, don't give up, go back, do your best. And, it hit a little hard with me because at the time, like when I was 16, 17, I played ice hockey. So it's like at the same point, I've had those moments where I'm like, this is really hard. This sucks. Like, I just want to give up. And at that same point, just watching that kind of reminded me of my own experiences. So it's like, penguins, you can relate to everyday life.
Yeah, as TJ said, it could really just be a legit movie and people
could have been with humans, and you would have gotten the same message. But I think, making a movie like this that could have been made with humans, but kind of orienting it more towards kids to get their attention by animating it, they're teaching them really good themes, I think.
Yeah. And it does, because one of the things I related to that I remember is Cody, he idolizes Tank. He saw at a very young age. That's not Tank. What's the guy's name? Huh?
Big Z is the one he idolizes.
They're different, yeah. The one he wanted to be was the one who faked his death, and like nobody knew where he was. And
oh, okay. But the point is, he saw whoever he is. I can't think of the name. At a surf competition, and he started just idolizing, and it's like, and that moment was marking to him. And so if you ask anyone, if we even look at our own lives, we have those moments in childhood where we were marked by either a sporting game or a motivational speaker or just something that kind of like changed the aspect of his his life. He had that goal of wanting to be a surfer, and that really shaped his childhood and adolescenthood. And so whenever he started achieving his goal, he realized that his goal isn't all it's cracked up to be. So then you have a lot of thought of like, well, who am I now? Because if I'm not this great surfer, and he has to deal with a lot of like self-doubt and stuff. So I feel like that kind of connects more with kids, but being animated is a great lesson for the kiddos and me too.
Yeah.
Well, it's like for my kids, I mean, sorry.
Nope. I was just going to say that penguins.
Penguins, yeah. As I was saying, for my kids, like they wouldn't watch it if it wasn't penguins.
Mm-hmm.
So,
yeah. Have your kids watched it, Barb? What do they think?
I don't think we've shown the kids Surf's Up yet, but it's in like a long list of like movies that we're eventually going to show them. We're on an anime year this year.
At training up your kids the way they should go. Dang, Barb.
Like, we're showing them One Piece right now, so.
Oh yeah, that takes a while.
Yeah.
So
One Piece is probably not the best, but
when they're like 18, you can show them Surf's Up when they're done with One Piece.
Yeah. I mean, after One Piece, nothing is really, all that bad.
Yeah. Yeah. It's pretty... that happens to me all the time. Somebody will mention something. It's like, oh, it's like 500 chapters. Like, okay.
Yeah, 500 chapters is nothing. That's like a week for me.
No, I'll read that in like 3 days. What is it? What's the problem?
Okay, well, I can't do it in 3 days. So if there's anything you could change or you wish Surf's Up would have done, what would you do?
I think if it was like 6 hours longer.
Oh, beautiful.
Yeah, I can't get enough of this movie. I love Surf's Up so much.
Did you watch number 2? We can't talk about it too much because that wasn't in the 2000s.
No.
I heard don't watch it, so I didn't.
Don't watch. It's bad.
I haven't seen the second one, no.
Okay,
it's bad.
So moving on with that one.
John Cena is a pretty good voice actor, though.
Yeah.
Sometimes. But it's still a really bad movie.
I heard it was awful. But how do we convince listeners to watch Surf's Up if they haven't watched it before? So we're talking to Barb's kids right now. How do we get them to watch Surf's Up in between all these One Piece episodes? What do we need to tell them?
Tell them it's a cartoon about penguins surfing, and then they'll probably watch it because Luna likes fuzzy things. But yeah, pretty much.
That's the. If they need more than that, it is a fantastic, actually surprisingly deep movie.
It is surprisingly deep. I love the community aspects and the friendships,
and it's also super funny. I love it. It's kind of like our Office was for a long time before it got worse, where it's like the humor is there, super funny, it's dry, and there's no like real reaction because it's a mockumentary. There's, it's not played up, really funny.
And if I never saw this before, if you told me Shia LaBeouf was one of the voices, I would watch it just based on like he makes me laugh so much.
Yeah. Kelly Slater, if you're a surfing fan, Kelly Slater is in the movie as himself, as a penguin version of himself. Brian Posen also, less famous, but also a professional surfer. John Heater is Chicken Joe. Super funny dude. James Wood is the promoter, the otter. There's an otter in the movie. I know a few people that would get them to watch. Dietrich Bader is Tank, the antagonist. It's so good. Jeff Bridges plays Big Z. And Big Z is a huge part of this movie. And they do like the old mentor character so well. So well. And it's great because Cody meets him and he doesn't recognize him because he's been dead for 9 years. And he just kind of got old and fat. And watching him realize that he's been spending time with his idol was just, it's so good.
It's really good. It has a great ending too. So I felt like they didn't even need a Surf's Up 2.
They definitely did not.
So if you guys are looking for a complete movie with surfing and penguins and great, just feel good energy, I would say this is a lot of feel good energy.
Yeah. Not too much though.
I know, yeah, but yeah, it keeps you on your toes. But I think overall, it's pretty uplifting, encouraging. His radio. Just kidding. That's not a sponsor ad. So we flew through this one. So any other? We're not gonna drag it out, but can you relate any other like moments where this movie related to you or that marking moment in your life? Like I remember seeing the Olympics and so I took gymnastic lessons and that shaped my whole childhood because of one moment that I saw with wanting to be an Olympic gymnastic The sad thing is I found out I have scoliosis, and so I can't bend as much as I want to. But, so that ended my Olympic career, not, because I wasn't disciplined.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. This is one of those movies for me where like this helped me realize that it's not about just winning everything, being the best at everything. I still love to win. Don't get me wrong. It is more fun than losing, but as long as I had fun, that's all I really care about because of this movie, because I was 8.
And that's a great lesson to learn too. Just winning is not everything, and to have fun. And as long as you have your friends with you, like, you're already winning. And it's a cheesy thing. Lots of people say it, but the most commonly like accepted is the most commonly neglected. And so even though we know it, we still get wrapped up of winning and trying to do things by ourselves.
Yeah. It's just so good. And they play Cody's relationship so well. This is just an actual fantastic movie. I cannot stress that enough. This is a great documentary. Forget the fact that it's penguins. This is so good. It's got incredible relationships. The story feels real. It does the classic like mom interview where he's like, "Oh, he's always wanted to be a surfer. Oh, we believe in him," and they clearly don't. Man, it's great. Also, I love penguins.
Would you say they're your favorite animal?
No.
Oh, I'm indifferent towards penguins. I know.
You're bad. That's horrible.
I mean, I don't hate them, but I'm not like penguin.
They're little guys.
I love cows though.
Yeah, but like the penguins with like the big yellow eyebrows.
They freak me out.
Oh, you should not rewatch this movie.
No. I mean, I like the emperor penguins. I'm just saying,
yeah,
like,
but
whenever
like Cody is the rockhopper
zoos.
Penguin with like the yellow eyebrows.
Yeah, I think that's weird.
But no, it's so funny. It's like the most 90s penguin, I feel like. Because it's as close as you can get to a real animal that has like frosted tips. Do you know what I'm saying? It's a penguin with yellow eyebrows.
I
do
know.
The penguin equivalent of frosted tips.
Yeah, I'm envisioning it in my head right now. That's why I'm pausing, because I'm thinking and mentally envisioning it. What about you, Barb? Any final words or insights that you have gleaned from this movie?
Other than the fact that I need to rewatch it with my kids now, because my youngest is starting to, pick and choose her favorite like animals and stuff like that. I kind of want to get her away from like the generic cat or something like that animal and have her go for like the penguin or something like that. Something unique. And I feel like introducing her to this movie would both give her that little fondness for penguins and kind of introduce her to like a really good storyline, because she's also at the point where she's starting to throw little 3-year-old tantrums about, not winning and stuff like that.
This is for her. This movie was made for your child.
Yeah, you gotta be careful though.
Yeah.
You don't want to make your kid's favorite animal something that you have to pay to see.
This is true. I feel like we should do a spin-off of this episode once Barb introduces this to her kids, and then like we revisit.
Oh, yeah. I'll have to bring her on next time and be like, "Okay, Luna, what'd you think?"
Special guest. I love it.
Yeah. Little 3-year-old.
Yeah, watch it with her and take notes.
Or just live stream it, like how you do your Pokemon thing. Live stream you watching it with her, and that way we can see reactions.
Oh, we should do that. Have like a YouTube channel about like watching movies for the first time with your kids.
That'd be cool.
All right, TJ. I feel like I already know your rating, but what would you give this out of 10? 10 being
what would I give this out of a 10?
I feel like you would say like 9.5.
No, I think this is honestly, this is a 10. This is the perfect movie. Also, we didn't mention it at all. The soundtrack is fantastic. The soundtrack for this movie goes so hard. It's got
Green Day is in it. Green Day does like the opening song for it.
Yeah, that's Pearl Jam, Sugar Ray, so good.
So if you're a rocking surfer who loves penguins, this is your movie.
Yeah, so good. Lauryn Hill is also. This is a great movie.
I'm going to rewatch it now. I lost track of the day and I wasn't able to, but now I will. And then we do this all the time too. So TJ's is a 10. So what's your snack to the movie? Even though we know you don't like snacks, so you can do beverage.
Yeah, just big Dr. Pepper. But this came out in June. So like, it's a summer movie. I probably would just get like a big icy.
Okay.
A nice Coke icy.
If we're doing it back in 2007, I would have gotten the crunch chocolates.
Oh, the bunch of crunches?
Yeah, yep. That's what
Yeah.
that was my, in 2007. Now it's Twizzlers, but 2007, that was my. I feel like I can't really rate this movie because obviously, as I have shown, I remember it so badly. But Shia LaBeouf is in it, so that's an automatically 8, and it can only go higher when I rewatch it.
Yeah.
What about you, Barb? What 2007 you would snack on while watching this, and what's your rating?
Trying to think back that far. Probably I always used to get like a big drink, and then I think I usually just went with like the classic popcorn because me and my dad would always go to movies and just share drinks and popcorn. And he's diabetic, so I could never really sneak candy in unless I put it in my bag. So
couldn't tempt him.
Right.
And what's your rating for the show?
I'd probably say like a solid 8.5, just because it's been so long. But if I rewatch it, it'll probably go up to a 9. Yeah, Shia LaBeouf's in it, so that was an automatic plus for me, being a Transformers fan around the time. So
mine was Holes, man. He was perfect.
Holes, that's right. The kids have watched that one with him in it. They like it.
I think that movie.
I think this is his best movie.
You think this is his best movie?
Yeah.
Better than Holes?
Yeah.
All right, I'll keep that in mind when I rewatch it. Guys, well, you heard our rating for Surf's Up. If you enjoyed this episode or want to hear any of our other drive-in episodes, especially the 2000 series, make sure you check us out. You can rate and review us on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, wherever you prefer to listen to your podcast. And check out other things we do. Thank you guys so much for listening. Have a great one.
This was an Anazao Ministries podcast. If you enjoyed this show and would like to learn more about our network, be sure to check out the Anazao Ministries Podcast Network.